Oh my gosh, boys and girls watching this video. I think we found it. I I think we found the game that's finally better than Call of Duty. I think we finally found it at long last. It's actually real in the form of a beta. So, what's going on, you guys? So, today I kind of want to do I guess, a first impressions video. I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm already enjoying this game much better than I am genuinely playing Call of Duty. Like, I am not exaggerating. I would argue to say that this game is just as good, if not even better, than Call of Duty. I am not exaggerating. I finally got access to the beta for the PS5, and this is gameplay on the PS5 that you're seeing right now. And I do want to give my first impressions and what I think about the game so far. I do want to go over some of the pros and cons, and I want to try to start with the negatives before I move over to the positives because I want to try to point out all the bad stuff first before I get on to the good stuff. But I will say though, right out of the gate, the MP5 is just mwah, chef's kiss. 10 out of 10. It gets my approval. No, but on a serious note, I'm gonna save the weapon talk for later when I go over some of the pros and cons. So I just want to say right out of the gate, my first complaint is there's just no kill cam. All it does is just when you die, it just says, "Hey, you got killed by this person." There's just like no genuine kill cam, and I'm just like, okay, I got killed by this person, but how did I die exactly from this person? You know what I'm saying? There's just like no kill cam. It just tells you how close you are to killing this person, how much health they had left, what character they were using, what weapon, and it's just like no kill cam because I want to know how I died. I want to know if I died from a sweaty guy or if I died from some kind of cheater that, God forbid, was actually trying to cheat during a beta, or the better case in the scenario, I just died to a genuinely great player. And I'm not gonna lie, I did get my ass handed to me in a couple matches, but surprisingly, I thought I held my own. But besides from the kill cam, what else is there a negative about? What's the next con? Well, I guess I can really say it's just connecting to the servers, honestly. I mean, I know it's still in beta. I know there are going to be issues and everything, but I mean, for goodness sakes, I'm on the PS5, like literally the next gen of next gens. I would argue to say that there shouldn't be really any connection issues whatsoever if I'm playing on a next gen console or PC, whatever. Like there should be no real excuses here whatsoever. I mean, yeah, I mean, sometimes there can be connection issues when I'm in the middle of a game here and there, but I would argue to say that during my time playing this game, I really have not had any connection issues whatsoever. The only connection issues I genuinely had was just trying to load into the game just to see what it's like. But other than that, I just was able to play my game like normal. I was able to have a solid connection. I was able to play a few games, test out some weapons and everything, and just goof around. So besides the fact from having connection issues, just trying to log into the game, or besides the fact that there's no kill cam, those are honestly my only negatives. And surprisingly, I usually have like three negatives whenever I try to do like a first impressions video or just talk about a game in like a review. I try to have at least three negatives, but as far as I'm concerned, I just don't have that many. So far, I only have two complaints. Just bes- the kill cam. I wish we could have a genuine kill cam. The connection could be slightly better when I'm trying to log into the game for the first time. I mean, besides from that, those are my only complaints. So I want to move over to the positives now. So I will say right out of the gate, I just love how smooth the gunplay is. I will say right now, I haven't seen a more smoother experience when in a first person shooter in such a long time. I also really enjoy using the abilities from each faction, and each faction does have their own unique ability. I mean, for example, right here, I mean the character that I'm playing or the faction I'm playing, I mean, he has an ability to place like down some kind of energy shield where if I'm on the receiving end, like I can shoot bullets out from my end and hurt the enemy, but the enemy's bullets will just not damage me at all and it will just hurt my shield instead. So I think that's pretty cool. And you do also get like your lethal grenades as well. Like you get your frag grenades, and then you get your bouncing betties, aka the landmines, and you also have like your Semtex grenades. Now, during my time playing this game, I will say I did notice a little similarity. Like it feels like this game is similar to Black Ops 4 because I remember back in Black Ops 4, it was trying to be like a Overwatch clone with no campaign and everything. And XDefiant is kind of similar to Overwatch in Black Ops 4 in a way, if you know what I mean. I'm just making a comparison here, but I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing. I'm just trying to make a comparison because there are obviously abilities in this game that you get to use. You have your operator ability or your faction ability, you have your lethal grenades, and then you have your ultimate ability, which personally, I think the ultimate ability does charge a little slow, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's an ultimate ability for a reason and everything, but personally, I don't really have an issues with the abilities in this game. I think they're just fine, except for like what the spider drone that occasionally jump scares me, and I'm just like, ah! And it's like some kind of face hugger from like the Aliens movie, for example, which kind of jump scares me. So this game, I will say it keeps you on your toes, so you can't really just wander around nilly-willy, because you never know if there's a guy that just appears out of nowhere that just cloaked himself and then just murdered you with a double-barrel shotgun or an MP5 or an MP7. Now, about the maps. I personally think the maps are pretty well done, honestly. I mean, I don't really have that many complaints about the maps at all. I think the only map I don't like so far is just that building where you're like elevated on like the sky on like the skyscrapers and everything. I forgot the name of the map, but it was like a skyscraper kind of map with a bunch of buildings around it and you're in some kind of city or something up in the air. But I think that's the only map I genuinely don't like. But other maps, like the one I'm playing on for like gameplay, I think it's called Liberty. I think it's the map I'm currently on. I think it's pretty well done, honestly. It does remind me of like that classic three lanes, like go to your left, go to your right, or go to the center. And there are some areas where you can like crawl through some kind of crawl spaces and try to get the jump on enemies. And I think that's pretty sneaky and pretty well thought out. I mean, they did throw in a couple sneaky spots to hide in and everything, so that's pretty cool. And the guns. I gotta say, I really enjoy using the guns in this game. The AK-47 and the MP5 so far are my go-to weapons for this game. I genuinely do enjoy using these weapons a lot. I definitely do get some work done with these weapons, mostly because the AK-47 does obviously slap people in the face pretty hard because it is a heavy-hitting weapon, and the MP5 is just, well, it's pretty much God's greatest creation, in my opinion. No, but with all jokes aside, I think the MP5 is pretty well done. I do think it's pretty well balanced in terms of recoil, especially with the attachments on there. And just for a bonus note, the sniping in this game, man. I gotta say, it's so smooth in this game. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it's because the handling is good. I don't know if it's because the way you handle the sniper is just so smooth. I don't know. I mean, it's just, I feel like I have much more control of my sniper shots in this game than I do in Call of Duty. I gotta say, like, the sniping is well done. Now, I suck with snipers personally, but I will say I had a good handful of sniper kills that I got really excited for. I was like, "Oh my god, how did I do that?" But with all seriousness, I think the gunplay in this game is very well done, and I think it's so smooth and it's actually very responsive because I can actually see like, oh shoot, I'm actually missing my shots and I'm actually whiffing. And I can actually see, oh hey, I'm actually hitting these enemies. Like the feedback from like the gunplay is just actually responsive and it's so smooth. Like I genuinely feel like I'm actually shooting a gun in a first person shooter game. I feel like I'm actually enjoying this game. Now, with all seriousness, what do I think overall so far of this game, XDefiant? I personally think Activision should be scared. Because I don't know if you guys noticed at all, but I mean, Activision's recent problems with Call of Duty has just been getting worse by the day, and surprisingly, Ubisoft out of nowhere decides to just slap this thing out in public, the beta version at least, and just say, "Hey guys, try to check this game out." I gotta say, as someone who enjoys playing Ubisoft open world games like Assassin's Creed, I gotta say, man, Ubisoft, you did a very well done job. God, I'm so sorry for stuttering. But Ubisoft, you have done a very good job so far on this game. Just continue to respond to community feedback, continue to take in the feedback from positive and negative feedback, whether it be like no kill cam or whether it be some bug reports and everything. Like, I gotta say, like, with more community response and the more Ubisoft continues to stick with their guns, no pun intended, but as long as Ubisoft is committed, I guess this game will actually be the Call of Duty killer that everyone seems to be talking about. And I gotta say, from my personal experience so far, I'm genuinely enjoying this game. And keep in mind, I stopped playing like first person shooter games after the Call of Duty controversy. And I gotta say, X Defiant, it's definitely looking bright so far. So, I don't know if I'll do an honest review for this game. I thought I'd give you guys my first impressions and everything. But if you guys want, I'll probably do an honest review when this game gets fully released and everything. I think it might be free to play. I hope it is. It better not be 60 frickin' dollars or 70 frickin' dollars, that's for sure. Because if that's the case, then there's gonna be some serious problems. But with all seriousness, if you guys want, I'll probably do an honest review for this game when it comes out. The beta is still active. I think it expires at the end of this week. I think the Friday at the latest, June 23rd. But Activision should be scared because so far, with the way X Defiant is going, it's looking like a bright future for X Defiant, and Call of Duty should be mortified. Activision should be pooping their pants right now. That's all I can really say. So, with that being said, thank you guys all for watching and for listening. I know this video was a bit random and all, but I thought I'd check out this game anyway because a lot of people were talking about it, and I'm kind of glad I did so far. I'm going to get some more footage for this game if you guys want, but I'll leave that up to you guys if you want some more gameplay like this on the channel. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry for rambling, and until next time, you guys, I'm just surprised to see a good first person shooter game. And I'll see you all later.